one, okay,
Gym.
but you need, okay.
Yeah, I need it
Um,
everywhere.
Academic.
Same, you're right.
So, this is a specific goal, you got a goal, this is a goal, this is a general goal, but it's a goal.
I wanna change.
Strength.
I wanna
Okay.
change my answer. I want focus.
Focus,
Yeah.
focus is strength, huh?
Yeah.
Focus, good, because that's what I wanna do, is I wanna focus. And we can actually even commit to having a group if you want to. Well, we come like once every 2 weeks, just for you all and anybody else, if we can see.
Oh, Renee.
Renee?
RONN IQUE.
Q, like how I change that real quick.
And time management.
Okay, time, that's a specific goal.
I have a lot of projects, a lot of stuff I'm involved in, and I'm trying to stay focused, but really
This is
manage
good.
my
So this is
time
goal, they have specific goals,
effectively.
and that's it.
Then
So,
I
yes,
have
Marty.
motivation.
Motivation too, knowledge, and, so motivation, okay. And focus is,
Ooh, and prioritizing.
Ronnie,
Yeah, I guess that is time management.
Yeah.
yeah, you're up. So, we have how many neurons, our brain, right, the central nervous system, how many neurons do we have? That really guide us to do all this? A bunch.
I don't know. 15.
100 billion, listen, 100 billion.
Yeah, that's a lot.
100 billion neurons. So we have to use them. And neurons are basically billion neurons. And neurons are basically communication cells. Communication cells that receive and transmit information. Chemical information and electrical information. Well, it's not really electrical information, it's chemical. It's electrical within it, chemical information. So,
Is that like hormones?
good question. Very good, Ricky. Okay, let's take off the bag. Let's be here. My dear, let's be here. Right? Take your bag. Put this on. Good. Be good. Okay, good. That's hormones. Good. 100 billion neurons. I'm not going to spend a lot. Is the central nervous system, is the brain and spinal cord. So what I've done is motivation has to do with the fact that we have, each one of you has the power to be highly, highly motivated. Right? And it's a chemical thing. And it's related to thinking. But it's more, so let's do this. Let's stand, everybody stand up. And really get into this. And then do this. Yeah. Yeah, put your stretch. Yeah, good. Ricky got into it. You see it? How do you feel?
It feels relieved.
I feel
Relieved?
I feel calm.
Calm?
Stretched.
Stretched? But how do you feel? Stretched?
Powerful.
Powerful?
Yeah.
Accomplished? Good. Because what's that?
Free.
Beautiful. Okay, sit down. So what you're doing is you're freeing chemicals that are making you feel a certain way. So you have all the chemicals you need, but you have to hold your body. So you want to be more motivated? Like this. This is this right here. This posture right here. This posture. You can't walk around with this posture. This one you can walk around with. This one you can walk around with. They've done research at Harvard, so if you stand like this for 2 minutes, it frees what chemicals? It liberates what chemicals?
Testosterone.
Testosterone. And testosterone, men and women have it, it's the confidence hormone. It's a hormone. So that, because Ricky said hormone, so So we have, this is the CNS, the central nervous system, and then we have the endocrine system. These are the hormones. Both of these are communication systems that basically empower us. So we have in the brain, brainstem, that releases dopamine, norepinephrine, and all we have to do is go. Just do that. Do this. No, but do it, really do it. You feel it? Do you feel? You feel it? Look at my head. My head's kind of like, whoa. So we have this system.
Superheroes do that.
Yes, that's right. But and we do. So motivation is part of it, how you hold your body. If I hold my body like this,
That's me.
I don't feel very motivated, right? Is that you, Ricky?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's good, Ricky, that you, so stand in front of me.
No.
So you stand how you stand when you're not motivated.
Okay. Oh, I'm just like.
Yeah.
I'm like this.
Yeah, but really get into it.
Okay.
Yeah, really feel it, because don't smile, because I don't think you're smiling.
Yeah.
You're
I'm
feeling,
kind of nervous.
you're nervous. What are you feeling in your body?
I don't know. Kind of. I don't know.
Not kind of, kind of
Okay,
sad. Sad, you said?
Yeah, sad.
Sad where? Sad where?
I don't know.
No, try to.
I don't know. I don't really know my body like that.
Okay, so if you feel sort of sad, drop your head.
Okay.
Where do you feel sad? Where do you feel any sort of sadness or lack of strength in your life?
In my spine.
Good,
Yes.
so hold that in your spine. How
Kind
about
of chest area.
chest? Beautiful, so
Yeah.
feel your sadness. Okay, now can you see, this is, you came here for.
Yeah. No.
So can you see yourself as a little boy ever feeling like this?
Yeah.
Good, you see, now I want to just, this is like huge right here. Come on and have a seat.
Have a seat, you guys.
This is huge because what Ricky has done is gotten in touch with his foundation for motivation. Each one of us in our childhood, we are raised to hold our body a particular way. We've already, so it's, Lali is holding her body like this. Right? So already, they've done studies at Harvard where if you hold your body like that, you're releasing stress hormones. So you don't want to sit like that. I mean, seriously. There you go. You want to sit, you want to feel your power. You want to feel your power. So right there, you saw yourself as a little boy, how old?
I don't know, I'm gonna say 5.
And where is he?
Where is he? Home?
Yeah. And what's happening? You don't have to tell specific. It's not positive, is it?
No.
He's alone?
Yeah, alone.
And where are his parents? Are they working?
Working.
Yeah. And he's feeling sad.
Yeah.
And he's feeling like what? Like what? What is he thinking? Like,
I don't know.
I'm all alone. What do
Yeah. I'm not hopeless.
I'm hopeless. So it's
Yeah.
fine. So this is what Ricky has to get to know himself like that. Because when you lose motivation, now there's a precipitator to that. That means something that came just before that moment that made you feel that way. So they went off to work, but why, they went off to, are they working or are they at home fighting? Sometimes they're at home fighting, but they're at home working and you're by yourself
Yeah.
at 5.
Yeah.
Think about that. Now there's a lot of children that have this experience, and this is not, it's not anything about your parents. It's like kids need to have, like, what do you want to do now? Let's sit down and do this now. Let's work on this. You
Yeah.
got me?
Yeah.
So at his center, he has what? That little 5-year-old boy who feels sad and hopeless. Everybody got it? I can do this with each one of you in here, and we each have that to a certain extent. That's why we need, because, we something, like mine, my truth is that my father abused my mother, my brother, and me, and I have a lot of fear. You see that right here? Look at me drop. And I flunked out of Laney when I first started college. But then I did a doctorate at Minnesota, so I shifted it, right? So this is what we're talking. So you have to want to shift it. You want to shift? Yes. Now how does he shift? He becomes aware. Each one of you need to become aware of who is guiding you in your efforts today. Is it your past or is it your present? When you get into your past, that's when you, but you've got to be aware of that, and you've got to say, no, I'm going to go into my present now. I'm going to be like this. Remember like this? Let's do it. And see how look at the difference in the feeling. You got me? That's motivation. Pull the chair in here. Name? Gilda? Oh, Gilda. Gilda? And what do you want out of the workshop today? Whatever you want.
Just a reminder
About what?
of my purpose.
Okay, reminder of purpose. I love that.
Mario,
Yes.
we have one more participant.
What is it? There's two more, right? Name?
Tara.
Tara, that's T-A. And Tara, beautiful seeing you. Beautiful. What do you want out of today's workshop?
To get all I can get.
About? See, we have motivation.
Not
fit-
being stressed.
Not being stressed. Not being stressed. Now let's make it not being stressed. Let's make it not that this is positive, but let's make it powerful. I want to what? Be free.
Free.
Is that okay?
Mhm.
A feeling of liberty, personal liberty. That make sense? Okay. So no, I'm just and what I told the group is that I'm willing to come back and almost do a group every 2 weeks. So we really get to know each other. So I'm retired now, I'm teaching a course in the high school, that's good. And I'm doing some groups in the community, but I'm willing to come here to do a group to really, you got me? How many of you want that?
Yes.
And you have to get your beautiful, my dear, beautiful. Okay, so Ricky, that little boy,
Yeah.
now, this is the group piece. This is the group, because I've already given some talks here. This is the group piece. So I'm gonna sit there and do it, because it's not something, because I'm gonna show you something very, very powerful. Ricky, if you could take a seat.
Okay.
Now, before I do this, I'm not doing therapy with you, I'm doing what's called Gestalt educational counseling. I'm gonna educate Ricky about his emotions and his motivations. Does that make sense?
With an audience?
Is that okay? I want to ask you, is that okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess.
With an audience, look at it one way. Is it an audience or is it peers?
Peers.
Is it peers?
Friends.
What's the difference between peers and an audience?
We're with you.
There you go. Peers are with you. An audience is kind of like observing. Does that feel better?
Yeah.
Where does it feel better in your body?
Chest is important.
Now I want you to hear that, because our body, when it's functioning well, it's going to feel strength here. Why?
Heart?
Our heart. See, that's where it is. But our heart is being run by what?
Your brain.
The central nervous system and the endocrine system. And the central nervous system is being run by thoughts. The belief. So now you're going to start taking note. That is truth for me. For me is that which allows the best use of my strength. The best use of my strength. How many people like that quote? The belief that is truth for me. So believer, look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Now I was raised where? North Oakland? That's where I got this. Each one, there she goes, she went to the other hand now. Come on, Rivas. Where we were raised is powerful. Especially if we're raised, how many people were raised in Oakland?
Yeah.
This is a very powerful place.
Gosh,
'Cause you can't just like skip through here, you gotta be powerful. So the belief that is truth for me, so I can say this, listen to the motivation. The belief that is truth for me is that which allows me the best use of my strength, the best means of putting my virtues into practice, which I never would do that. Was that very motivating? Now listen to this. The belief that is truth for me is that which allows me the best use of my strength. Is that better?
Yes.
Now some people tell me that sounds like my angry parents sometimes when I do that, or a minister, but you see, so how you motivate yourself first of all? You motivate yourself by your voice, by the pictures. Now Ricky, wasn't aware of the picture that he was seeing. You like that?
Yeah, I like that.
What picture wasn't he seeing, but he was seeing it?
His job.
His child when he was 5, alone, hopeless. Because that's his work. Okay, so what we're gonna do, Ricky, keep asking, is Ricky now, how old are you now, Ricky?
18.
18. He's 18, we're gonna talk to his 5-year-old. And he's gonna shift his 5-year-old neurons. Everybody got it? Because that's what it is. His memory is neurons. Does that make sense? They've done research in a book called Transactional Analysis, where they stimulate the brain like this. They'll put an electrode in there, and the person will say, "Hi, how are you doing? Oh, I want to play." They'll go back to 5, 8, 7. You got
You
me?
can do that?
Yeah.
What?
But the thing is, this is sort of unconscious that it's in his memory system, but nevertheless, it's affecting his stance in the world. Any questions? Yes. Go ahead. You can ask questions at any time.
Wanted to know since these like
Beautiful.
what are they called, like power stances?
Amy Cuddy at Harvard. You can see it online on YouTube.
So are these because it's kind of based off of your thought? Is it safe to say that it's conditional? It's not natural.
Oh.
Like, is
beautiful. No, I got
this
you.
just the power pose because we've seen superheroes,
I got
or is it
I got
because
Beautiful.
if we were born
That's a
doing
very
it?
good. That's a very good question, Amy. Okay, so here it is. When blind people run a race, and they have like a rope, and they all run the race, what does the winner do? A blind person that's never seen anything. They go like
Oh.
this. When they go at the end, they go like this. Where did they learn that?
It just feels good.
It feels good, but we learned it through evolution.
So it's
Yeah.
natural.
So it is
It's,
learned.
it's,
Oh.
but it's evolutionary natural.
Yeah.
But then there's also this evolution.
Right, hiding.
So we have to be aware of ourselves and see how we're holding ourselves in the world. Make sense? And there's also another one which I'll do an exercise with you right now let's say before we do Ricky's piece, everybody sort of relax in your chair. Close your eyes, and really get into relax yourself. Now I want you all to see a picture, close your eyes, where you're happy. A real beautiful picture that you really like. It's like a memory picture. And just nod up and down if you could see it. Nod up and down, good, I'm seeing some nods, up and down if you can see a picture. Tara, can you see it? Nod up and down, don't open your eyes. See a positive picture, happy picture. Okay, good. Gilda, you seeing one? Okay, now I want you to see, is just nod up and down, is that picture in color? If it isn't in color, make it color. How many of you can make it color, nod up and down? My dear, can you make it color? No? But you can see a picture, right? Okay, good. So now make the colors brighter. Just try to find one color in there, my dear. Can you make the colors brighter? How many of you nod up and down if you can? And notice how you feel. See, gladly, don't open your eyes. Can you make the colors brighter? And you don't see how you feel. Now make the picture 5 times bigger. And see how you feel. I saw a little reaction there by Prudence. Okay, now bring the picture back to its normal size and color and sprinkle gold stardust through it. And notice your feelings. How many of you are able to do that? Just nod up and down if you're able to do that. Hilda, are you able to do that? Okay, good. Now, take the gold stardust away. Take the color away and make it black and white. And notice your feelings. Now send the picture far away so you can't see it anymore. Just the top of a pinhead. And notice how you feel that you sent the picture away. Now bring the picture back to a color state. Look at it, see how you feel. Now open your eyes.
That's
Okay.
crazy.
Huh? Crazy. Okay, tell us about it.
I don't know, cause I noticed once you turn it black and then we black and white and we sense it away, I started frowning.
Okay, good. So, who did that? Yeah, you did it. Your lives are under your control, and you have to become aware of how you're directing your life. How many of you were able to bring color into the picture? Were you able to bring it eventually? Like one. So there's a strategy. See, my dad couldn't get it at first, but then I tried a strategy. And life is about strategies, experiments. What am I not doing that I need to do to be more powerful? But now this is all in books. This one, there's Amy Cuddy, that's the power pose. There's Frogs to Princes, that's neuro-linguistic programming. That's that one I just did now. That basically, we're programming ourselves all the time, but we've learned it. But there's also the power of evolution. Got me? So we have learning, Frogs to Princes, then now we're gonna go, okay, somebody else. What are some feelings you had during that? Did you see yourself changing your feelings?
Yeah.
When was the powerful feeling?
The powerful feeling, when you first said to imagine yourself in a good place, I imagined myself in bed, laying down, but it was full of shade, so I couldn't really feel happy.
Okay,
But
good.
then when I imagined myself like sleeping like on a beautiful island,
Beautiful.
all that bright colors like made me happy.
Good, so she shifted herself. Now you may say, well, that's only pretend. Is it pretend? Well, it's basically saying getting yourself out of a funk and going into a positive state. The more you put your brain in positive, the more it will be in positive. The more you put your brain in negative, the more it will be in negative. Everybody got it? Now, it's a chemical thing. Positive is what? Positive is what? Dopamine. Positive, what Yilda was doing there was serotonin. She was, see, and I say serotonin, and I breathe. How many people notice that? Yeah, the word serotonin now is actually a positive experience with me. That's called conditioning. So if you're looking at, okay, I'm going to give you now a personal experience, okay? I always like to give this example. So I have this lady that I've been going with for a while now, and when I first met her, she worked at the Y. I may have shared this before. And there was this young guy, she's a little bit younger than me too. There's this young guy, and they were always walking by, and he would have his arm on her shoulder, and she'd be, and then they disappeared into a hallway where there were offices. So what do you think little Mario was doing then? Who had to live in a boarding school for 2 years without his mother and father, with a father, fine, but without mother. Was raised on welfare, who didn't have a lot of confidence. Look at my body. What was little Mario doing? What's that? Felt abandoned. But all they were doing was going back into a hallway. So how did I shift that? Well, that's kind of tough to shift. So what I made, I love roses. I just imagined a bunch of red roses all over back there. I can see it right now. See, look at my body. You see how it shifted? All I did was imagine red roses back there. Because the other one was an imagination, and this is an imagination too. But the thing is, I'm under my own control. When you study, you want to be under your own control. Now we're going to talk about time management and prioritization. We'll talk about that, okay? That's under your own control. But we're liberating chemicals, dopamine, adrenaline. We don't want to have too much adrenaline out there because that ruins the system. That's more for emergency, but these are good. What was I reading in the Y the other night when I was studying for this class I'm teaching students? Well, this now they know is associated with schizophrenia. Too much dopamine is schizophrenia. Oh, gambling. Gamblers are starting to see that they have a problem with dopamine. That gambling is releasing dopamine, and they're excited. Yeah, and so you see what I'm saying? But they're not aware of this. Now, but then also we're gonna see that it's learned too from childhood. So we have these chemical systems, we have these childhood experiences, and we can be, what did I just do? Say, I can be in charge, do it.
I can be in charge.
Do you feel it? And let's see how fast, Lali, you let that go. See, here's Lali. I can be in charge. Some people are still held. Hold it. I can be in charge.
I can be in charge.
And hold yourself and feel yourself. Do you feel, what do you feel? What do you feel? Okay.
Authority.
Authority. What do you feel, Tim? Okay, good. So there, good. So I breathe. Beautiful. I'm with you. Love. Okay. What do you feel? I can be in charge. Now you've also heard, huh?
Secure.
It's good. See, so she heard because we hear each other. What do you feel? I can be, huh?
Good.
Good. Prudence.
Good.
Grounded.
Grounded.
Good.
Good. But what is good? Good is kind of like
Great.
great is good. Great. Give me one. Is it like you feel like flying? You feel like running? You feel strong? What do you feel?
Strong.
Strong. Okay. Now let's Tara. We're gonna go with yours. Can we close that door now? I think. Okay, we're gonna do Ricky now. Ricky, and then Tara. When Ricky's doing his work here, you're gonna touch this. Okay. Oh no, let's do this. Tara. So do that. You said anxiety, right? Where do you feel the anxiety in your body? You see now the same thing I'm doing that I did with Ricky? Everybody see it? Because our body speaks our mind. You want to become aware. Don't be afraid of your body. You want to become aware of your body so you can be you. Not so you can take control. Be you. So where do you feel the anxiety? Where do you feel anxiety?
In my heart and my chest.
And describe the anxiety.
Yeah, fast pace.
Fast pace, good. Fast pace. Now focus in on it. Can you focus? Good. Can you focus? Yes. Can you see yourself as a little girl ever feeling like that?
Always.
Okay, good. But can you see? I want to see a picture. You don't have to tell me anything's happening, but what age do you see?
Not being in control.
Okay, but what age is the little girl that you see?
5 or 6.
Good. Beautiful. Ricky's was how old?
I said 5, but then I see like more like 8 and 10.
8. Let's say 8.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So let's watch Ricky. Okay. So there's the 8-year-old.
Okay.
Okay. So you come over here, the 18, Ricky.
I know that.
So Tara, this would be Tara. Each one of you can do this. Now let me tell you this. I do this in the community. I do this at Baywar. Have you ever heard of Baywar? Bay Area Women Against Rape. I'm doing training once a month. They're all Spanish speaking, volunteer counselors, and I do it in the community in groups, and I'm doing in Unity High School with high school kids. Okay? So this is not something that is like can't be done. Okay. So you're the 18-year-old. You see 8-year-old Ricky who's hopeless.
Yeah.
Try to stay with, because you're also leading for Tara.
Okay.
Okay. So you see he's feeling hopeless and he's feeling alone. What do you want to say to him? Now, let's do, because I'm teaching here. What am I first starting off with? And I'm writing a book on this. This is the book I'm going to leave after I leave the plant. It's going great. It's going good. So he is going to talk to his little boy of 8. What are we doing? We're making a dialogue that we have that's subconscious or unconscious. We're making it conscious. We got it? You're right. Oh,
Yeah.
beautiful. I love it. So this, we each have a dialogue. Tara's over there having a dialogue with herself. Now, the interesting thing, because I'm writing about this all the time, reading, that the anxiety, you think the anxiety is what this story is about, but it's not. It's what's behind the anxiety. Okay, so that's what we're doing here. Okay, so what do you want to say to him? He's hopeless and sad. And what do you want to say? You see him there.
Okay.
And watch his body. We are somebody.
say don't pay attention to what Edgar's doing.
What Edgar's doing.
Yeah.
Good, yeah. Now, it's interesting.
Yeah.
What does he say? Don't pay attention. But is the 8-year-old able to stop? See, the 8-year-old, he's not 18.
Yeah.
He can't say don't pay attention. The 8-year-old's being run by that whole thing, right?
Yeah.
So this is what everybody generally says. Don't do this, it'll get better and stuff like that. Do you think if he does that, it'll get better for him?
If he what?
If he stops paying attention?
Yeah.
Edgar?
If he stops comparing himself to Edgar.
Good,
Yeah.
yeah, but you're 18 and you're still doing it. You
Yeah.
got me?
Yeah.
So that doesn't work. So we're gonna shift it, okay?
Okay.
So now, if we have more time, and if we do this group, we'll do more, and I give it to you. America. Right? So, in therapy, what he would do is go over here and be little Ricky, and he would feel something. Okay, but how do you feel saying that to him? Don't pay attention, Andrew, don't compare yourself to him.
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel saying that to him?
I feel kind of like, I don't know, like I feel kind of, like if I'm giving advice,
Yeah, but you don't, do you feel real
Yeah.
powerful?
a little,
Okay, good, where do you feel it?
in my head,
What does it feel
front,
like?
my forehead, I feel it in my shoulders.
Good, and
Yeah.
what does it feel? Does it feel strong? Or
Yeah, I feel like not strong, but kind of like more like,
hopeful?
yeah.
Like you're
more-
trying.
more, yeah.
Good, and that's what he's doing, and that's what we're doing when we're trying to motivate ourselves. You got it? We're talking to ourselves, okay? So go over here, let's see what little Ricky feels.
Okay.
Now, little Ricky has just been told by 18-year-old Ricky, don't compare yourself. You know, you don't wanna do that.
Yeah.
And how does little Ricky feel? Hey, be the 8-year-old.
Okay. Well, I feel that I'm supposed to because he's my older brother.
Good, see, so it's kinda hard to really go with that, huh?
Yeah.
Cause this is what the 8-year-old was going through. So
Yeah.
come back over here, cause we're not gonna spend time doing therapy. We're
Okay.
gonna teach you some stuff, I'm gonna guide you, okay?
Okay,
Otherwise
okay.
we'll be here forever. No,
Yeah.
we won't.
Yeah.
Okay, so, little Ricky,
Mm-hmm.
I want you to know,
Mm-hmm.
so I want you now to trust me,
Okay.
and I'm gonna guide you because I've done my work for 5 years,
Okay.
and I've also done this for thousands of people all over the United States.
Okay.
Little Ricky,
Uh-huh.
say, little Ricky,
Little Ricky.
I want you to know
I want you to know
that everything you feel right now,
that everything you feel right now,
the sadness,
the sadness,
the hopelessness,
hopelessness,
that I want you to know
that I want you to
that
know
I feel it with you
that I feel it with
because I am you.
because I am you.
So how do you feel saying that to him?
That's kind of subtle.
No, wait, so,
That's kind of like,
yeah, that's because you're doing your own work now. But see, if you want to be motivated, Prudence, you want to get to know yourself. You got me? And a lot of times people say, I could never be a therapist because that would, you know. But if you get to know yourself, it's cool.
it's kind of like I feel more self-aware
You feel, and where do you feel more self-aware?
in my shoulders.
And is that a good feeling?
Yeah.
Good. And I want you to know.
And I want you to know
that I feel more self-aware
that I feel more
as I tell you
self-aware
this.
as I tell you this.
Okay, let's go over there.
Alright.
Now let's see if little Ricky has a different take on it. Okay, what did little Ricky hear? I know, I feel what you feel,
Uh-huh.
the sadness and the hopelessness,
Okay.
and I want you to know what?
That he's more self-aware.
Know that I'm you,
That I'm you.
and everything you feel, I feel with you.
Okay.
And I'm more self-aware, he's more self-aware. How do you feel hearing that? I'm you and I feel what you feel.
Not so alone, not neglected.
Good, and where do you feel that?
In my chest.
And tell me what the feeling is like.
It's hopeful a little.
Describe a little, good.
Yeah,
You
it's
need
like-
some more, you need some,
yeah.
go ahead, say it.
Yeah, it's like it starts small, but it's like kind of like spreading.
Okay, so tell
And
me.
it stops.
So I'm feeling some hope in my chest.
Yeah.
Tell him.
I feel this more in my chest.
And it's opening up a little bit,
Open up a little bit.
spreading, but then it stops.
But then it stops.
So tell him what you need
What I need
from him.
to work better. I don't know.
You need him to work better as an adult.
Yeah.
Uh-huh, interesting, huh? Everybody, is that interesting? Okay, okay, and how does it feel? I feel better,
I feel better.
but I need you to work better as an adult.
But I need to work better.
How do you feel saying that to him?
I don't know, like putting pressure on him like that.
You feel like you're putting pressure on him. Well, where do you feel it in you then? Okay, so let me tell you something. If he puts pressure on him, does he like that?
No.
In fact, then he's gonna stay away from it. This procrastination, this is like subconscious stuff. Everybody got it? Are you with me? Are you with me?
Yeah.
See, if you feel like you don't like that, you
Yeah.
already said it.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna stay away from putting pressure on it.
Right.
But we wanna do it a different way, not put pressure on it. So come over here.
Okay.
Okay, so Ricky 18,
Okay.
good. You felt a little bit better.
Yeah, I
there.
feel
Yeah,
like I'm
why?
like, I don't know, I feel like I'm advising myself.
But you feel like what? You feel like you're with
More-
yourself.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And you're interacting. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now I wanna get about it, right? I wanna do. So little Ricky,
Okay.
Little Ricky.
Little Ricky.
thank you.
Thank you.
You're helping me understand something about myself.
You're helping me understand something about
And I
myself.
feel good with this interaction.
And I feel good with this interaction.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
That's not pressure, is it?
No.
I wanna tell you something else.
Okay.
Tell him.
I want to say something else.
I want you to know that to me, you're absolutely wonderful.
I want you to know that to me, you're absolutely
And you're
wonderful.
totally special.
And you're totally special.
And that I completely love you with my whole heart and soul. Feel, yeah,
Okay.
feel
and
this
I
one.
completely love you
With my whole
with my whole soul.
heart and soul.
Heart and soul.
How do you feel saying that to him?
It's kind of hard saying that.
It is kind of hard. See, and that's what he needs to be motivated. Does that make sense? Everybody see it? You see it, Tara? Are you feeling it a little bit with Tara? He needs to feel it. And I want you to know,
And I want you to know,
this is difficult for me.
This is
Because I've
difficult.
never said this to you.
because I've never said this to you.
And I've never said it to me.
And you never said it to me.
But I'm waking up right now.
But I'm waking up right now.
Are you feeling some straight?
A little
Where?
in my forehead.
Good.
Yeah.
From your forehead, what do you want to say to him?
I don't know. Sorry.
Okay, say it.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry for what?
I don't know, letting you down.
I'm sorry for letting you down. And
Mm.
how do you feel saying that to him?
Kind of good.
Good.
Yeah.
Interesting, huh? Where do you feel it?
Shoulders.
Yeah. You want to live like that? Feeling good in your shoulders and in your chest?
Yeah.
Okay? So let's go over here and see what happens with him now. We're going on about 5 minutes for stuff. Okay, so now, Ricky. Little Ricky, 18-year-old Ricky has said, I love you with my whole heart and soul. To me, you're absolutely wonderful. This is good for me. It's opening me up.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry. He's feeling guilty for having let you down, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he's feeling better because of this. So how are you feeling with him saying, I love you totally? You're absolutely wonderful.
Is it bad that I don't believe it?
No.
Okay, I don't believe it.
Good. Now let me tell you, that's good. That's good. So say, hey,
Yeah.
hey Ricky 18,
And Ricky 18.
I don't believe you.
I don't believe it.
What else you want to say to him? I think you're bullshit.
Yeah, bullshitting.
For
For sure.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I want you to be serious with that.
Yeah.
You're bullshitting for sure.
Yeah.
And tell him why you think he's bullshit.
Because he doesn't even love himself.
Yes, and I think you're bullshitting because you don't even love yourself.
Yeah.
Say that.
I think you're bullshitting because you don't even love yourself.
It's kind of hard for you to say this, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm with you, brother. Because we all do this to each other. You got me?
Yeah.
And I want you to love yourself.
And I want you to love yourself.
Are you bullshitting him?
No, I'm not bullshitting.
So lean forward. I want you to look at him in the eye,
Okay, I want you to love yourself.
and I mean it.
And I mean it.
How do you feel in your body?
Kind of like, tell me what you feel.
But where do you feel? What do you feel in your body?
I don't know. I don't know, I'm kind of neutral about it.
Okay, neutral. And I'm kind of neutral about this whole thing.
Yeah.
Hey,
Kind of neutral about it.
okay, so come over here. So you put a little twist in here, but that's okay. We want to be truthful to ourselves. Okay, so how do you feel? He said, I think you're bullshitting. Are you bullshitting him?
Kind of. Yeah.
So tell him. You're right.
Yeah, you're right. I'm kind of bullshitting.
And tell him why you're bullshitting.
Because I don't even love myself, so it's
Okay.
kind of hard.
So tell him.
It's kind of hard to
Is that
look
a,
past me if I'm not even good and present here.
so how do you feel saying that to him?
I don't know, like relief.
Where do you feel the relief?
This part right here.
Yeah, but I want to do this.
But I want to.
Do you feel yourself that way?
Yes.
Where do you feel this? I want to do it.
I'm not sure.
Okay, so I'm not sure where I feel this in my body. Say that to him.
I'm not sure. I don't feel this in my
But
body.
I want to love myself.
But I want to love
and I want to be a model for you and for me.
And I wanna be a model for you.
How do you feel?
Kinda like responsible now.
Where?
My
In your
chest.
chest.
Yeah.
Describe the feeling. That's your heart again.
Yeah. It's like linear.
It's like linear.
Yeah,
Good.
linear.
Good. This is you being alive.
Yeah.
Now, one of the things I want to tell the group is that if we don't take care of ourselves like this leads to heart attacks, backaches, stomach problems. You with me? Because we all have inherited different things, vulnerabilities like that. But he's opening up. Everybody see him? Is he opening up?
Yes, thank you.
Say yes, yes, yes.
I'm trying to look over there.
I know, but you see that, I know, because,
Yeah.
okay, so let's go over there and see if you caught him this time.
Alright.
So he said so you think he's for real now?
Yeah, I think it's for
When, how do you feel in your body?
more secure.
Where do you feel the security?
My legs.
Beautiful, that's a new spot.
Yeah.
Okay, come over here. Now, can you remember little Ricky doing something when he was a little kid that he really liked doing, like an activity?
Oh yeah.
Yes, good. See, you see the happy memory? Now everybody likes that. You want the happy memory, that's good.
Yeah.
But you don't want to shy away from the fearful memory because you want to integrate the happy and the fearful.
Yeah.
You got me, Tara? You want to have a united self, an integrated self, a one self, not a split self. Okay? So what was the activity?
I like building things.
Okay, you see him building?
Yeah.
What's he building?
A guitar out of
Okay.
popsicle sticks.
Beautiful. And you're happy.
Yeah.
You feel the happiness? Is he happy?
Yeah.
So look at him, say, little Ricky,
Little
what's he
Ricky.
wearing? What's he wearing?
He's wearing a t-shirt and some cargo shorts.
Good, you see
What's
that?
some
You,
sneakers?
I want you to see the memories that we carry with us. Okay, now there's books on this. I'm writing a book. I could actually even send you mine, and I think mine would be better than a lot of books now. Just to, for free, right? So, little Ricky, I want you to know something.
I want you to know something.
For the rest of my life,
For the rest of my life.
you get to build things,
You get to build
which are
things.
cargo shorts.
Which
Or your t-shirt.
Yeah, and your t-shirt.
Is he looking up at you? Is he happy?
Yeah.
And I'm no longer gonna use you to handle my life.
And I'm not gonna. Well, I'm not.
I'm
how
no
was
longer,
it?
I'm no longer
I'm
gonna
no
use you
longer
to
gonna
handle my life.
Use you to handle my life.
I'm taking over.
I'm taking over.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Does he buy it?
Yeah, he buys it.
He doesn't think you're bullshit.
Nice.
Beautiful, let him go, he's smiling.
Yeah.
Good. Now, one of the things, okay, let's turn and look at the group. One of the things is that when you are letting little Ricky or little you run you, you can see them. When I was first vice president at Berkeley City College, and the counselors hated me, they hated me. Like, man, they hated me. They thought I was like the worst people. They thought I was here to do damage to somebody, but I wasn't, you know that, you can get next to that. So I was going to work one day all anxious, and I sort of checked my little boy and said, I don't wanna go there. That was my hurt little Matthew, you got me? And I could cry a little bit. I said, no, get on my shoulders. It was all pretend. Get on my shoulders. You're not there. You have a good day. I'm taking over. Okay? So choose somebody in the group. Anybody that you want to talk to.
Anybody?
Yeah.
Her.
Okay. It's Ronique. Ronique, I want you to know
I want you to know.
that from this day forward,
From this day
I'm
forward.
taking responsibility for my life.
I'm taking
And
responsibility.
use your body. I'm taking over.
I'm taking
I'm not
over.
using no Ricky
I'm
anymore.
not using lyric anymore.
Okay, now, you don't wanna sit there and give me advice, you just wanna tell him how you feel being here with him during this whole thing.
I feel really grateful for being here with you, and I'm happy that you're opening up to vulnerability and acknowledging the things that you were addressing subconsciously, and you brought them to your consciousness.
Okay, and how are you feeling about yourself?
I'm feeling good about
Good.
myself because of that.
Beautiful, and how do you feel hearing that?
I feel good.
Where?
In my chest.
Okay, so
Yeah.
this is our community college, this is what we wanna do. This is what I was going to do when I got a sabbatical to do a orientation, new orientation for the college, cause I'd like to do this for all students coming in some way. So pick somebody else.
Salali.
Seat Lali, okay, Seat Lali,
Salali.
I want you to know,
I want you to
for
know.
the rest of my life,
For the rest of my life.
but I want you to, I'm a little, see, and in the group thing, it's almost like, yeah, look at you over there. we can look at him and say, I don't know, you know, and we can challenge ourselves
Mhm.
if you want to. And I did this in Minnesota with the football team, we used to do it with the football team, that we could get together and see what we're doing, how we're doing. How are we doing in meeting our goals? Does that make sense? How many of you would like to do that? Like every 2 weeks, you get together like this for 1 hour? And just say, this is where and there's more stuff that I need to teach you a little bit, as far as monitoring. Okay, and I'm taking over I'm not using little Ricky.
I'm not using a European responsibility.
Okay, so how you feel being here with him and how you feel watching him?
I feel grateful that I get to know more about you and I'm not gonna say insecurities, but where I think as a friend I can help you.
Mhm.
And I think it's really good that you are bringing them out so you can become a better person.
Good, and how about for you? What does this mean for you?
I think I'm just gonna start doing the same, like when I feel like I don't know where to go or I feel like confused, I think it's all gonna be.
We can do it here, we can do it here. Now, counselors also should be doing this, by the way. I always try to get my counselors at BCC to do it, they wouldn't do it. You know, this is good stuff. So, good, so you feeling pretty good?
Yeah.
Was it a good experience?
Yeah, it's
Okay, so Tara, how are you feeling with your anxiety and did you get in touch with some stuff?
Feel more safer now.
Good, good. Now, if you, and you and I could do individual work, you and I could do this individually, so, or we could do it here, because I think this is a good group. This is very powerful, but you feel safer. What's that feeling of safety like?
Not feeling anxious, like something's gonna happen.
Okay, good. And remember, that can come from childhood. And I'm not kidding, it generally does. That's where our original stuff came from, right? So what we have to do is learn to integrate.
Mhm.
Little Ricky. Right? And he did some good stuff, because if what Little Ricky said, man, you bullshit. You get me?
Yeah.
Now, if we said that to ourselves, we'd be like, what do I do with that? You know? But again, if you're trained, so now here's for the motivation. Each one of you is in your life moving forward into a career. And you want to develop competency, just like you see me being competent.
Mhm.
And you can measure your competence. Remember last time I did 0 to 100? Right? So let's stick with Ricky still. What's the career you want to achieve? No, you want to be an excellent student right now.
Yeah.
Is that right? That's the first goal.
Yeah.
Excellent student. Or is there something else? Is that good enough?
Well, right now, yeah, that's the
Okay,
goal.
0 to 100, where are you right now?
Okay.
Now you're not bullshitting
No,
anymore.
I'm not bullshitting.
0 to 100, where are you?
75.
Beautiful. And where do you want to be?
Is there a time limit? Or like until I graduate?
No, until you graduate, you.
Yeah, I want to be at 90.
Good. So now here, we have to identify what Ricky wants to improve. Everybody got it? Each one of you, this is it. For time management, same thing. So Ronique, where are you with time management? 0 to 100?
Like average, yeah, probably the same, 75, maybe, yeah, 75,
And where do you want to be?
100.
Okay, good. There it is. Now you want to develop your expertise in time management for specific things. Which ones of us know about time management? What are some things we can do with time management?
Prioritize.
Yeah, you said prioritize.
Deadlines.
Prioritize. Deadlines.
Making lists helps.
This.
Yeah, to-do list. I have so many to-do lists though.
Yeah, so see, so you have to have a system. So you can look online, there are systems of time management.
I usually put timers, so like I'll time myself to do stuff. So say if I say like, I'll study for 3 hours, I'll put a timer
Mhm.
for 3 hours.
Okay.
And the weekly schedule is really how to do it, and to partition your day and set your study, but then you're gonna have to now use some, you're gonna say, okay, so Monday I'm gonna study 3 hours here, or maybe 2 hours here, 2 hours here. And then I'm also gonna relax, you're gonna have to really set it up, but then you have to do it. Now, once you do it, then you reward yourself.
Right.
This is where the group can come in, or good friends. Hey, did you do it? Cause a lot of times friends will call us up, hey, let's go have pizza. Or hey, let's talk to, oh man, this thing happened to me today, right? Okay, it's easy to shift off. But Ronique, what is your goal? What is your career goal?
It's still being defined.
Or what do you, sort of general area? Cause that
Environmental
really is
science.
really important.
Environmental science.
Environmental, huge. Okay,
I
so big hand for
wanna be a
Ricky, big
scientist.
hand for Ricky first. Or does anybody wanna say anything else to Ricky? You gotta say, does anybody wanna say anything to Ricky before he gets off the stage here? Okay, good, thank you very much. Is that okay, Ricky?
Yeah, yeah.
Good. Now, thank you, that was really good. And, but environmental science, you wanna go online, here's what I say, environmental science.